think I smacked it when I was pulling it out. But that is a very old watch, folks. Maybe it's just rusted. I cleaned it up a bit, and it's pretty. The hour hand. It might be the minute hand. Looks like it's frozen. Not looks like. It is definitely frozen. And when I first started, I used a 12-inch coil, which, as some of you will know and others won't, the bigger the coil is, the more targets you might have under the coil. Therefore, you're going to get all kinds of jarbled mixed signals. Furthermore, the detector that I first started with was a single frequency, so it would really only tell you, it would pick up on the biggest target or the heaviest target on the atomic scale, and it would tell me that that's what it was, like iron, when there could have been a silver coin there. I'm now using a smaller target, or a smaller coil, as you can see, with a multi-frequency detector, the Minelab Xterra Elite, and I just found a women's pocket watch right there. And I have, as I said, been over this I don't know how many times, but I'm finding new stuff now. Here's the thing. When you are finding, here's another tip. When you're finding old bottles with thick glass that is turning purple or oxidizing, and it's got script on it from the late 1800s, early 1900s, you're in the right area. You're finding aluminum tubes because they tubed everything back then. You're in the right area. I'm gonna pick through this hillside. Whereas before I was only looking for high tones, today I'm gonna go through, hopefully like I did with the pocket watch, and listen to all the sounds and pick out high tones. But they might not be high tones that I would have dug before because I'm hearing other sounds mixed in, other low tones. So my point is, I'm gonna spend a lot of time here today and really try to pick through. I'm also gonna dig some mid-tones in the hopes that I will find some things I wouldn't have had I only dug high tones. So lots to think about. Bottom line is it's all fun. Get out there and prospect. Yep, we're in the right spot. I think this was the hotel dump, or at least a spot off this road right here where they eventually dumped. Maybe it's the neighborhood dump out long after the hotel was gone, but that is an old lipstick. So this says the distributor is House of, I'd have to do a little bit more there, but Hollywood, California. That's cool. I mean, where else would a makeup tube from the 1920s be distributed from, right? I didn't even see this. Doesn't have the right shine, but I didn't even see the round. That's what's crazy. It'd be cool if it was a token and not a quarter. Since when do you want some? Oh, dude, I think it is a token. I was about to say, since when do you want something to not be a quarter? Dude, this is a token. That's a token. So why am I going crazy about a token? Who cares, right? First of all, tokens can be worth nothing, obviously, or tens of thousands of dollars at the very, very high end. The coolest thing about tokens is they're a piece of history that they didn't make a lot of, and they were made by stores and places that were advertising, and they were put out into the public so that you would go there and shop or trade. And in this case, it's about the size of a quarter, and you know, a lot of times you never heard, in fact 99% of the time you've never heard of the stores or the businesses that are on these, and quite often they're local to the area that you're in, so you can look up the history of the business, of the mercantile, of the pool hall, of the bar. I mean, I have a token from San Bernardino of the bar where Wyatt Earp's younger brother shot and killed somebody out in front of. They were drinking in the bar, and he called him out and took him out, and you know, there was a duel, and he shot him, went to jail. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Let's get back to my token. I'm gonna stop this video and come back. All right, so we are still on the token, and you can see there that 100%, I think it might say beer. There's your numbers right there, right? So right here, it's gonna have a number. Is that a 5 maybe, or a 3? There, That's a 5 right there. So this is probably going to be a 25-cent token. Without further ado, yep, that's what that says. 25 cents right there. Let's do it. Lucky piece. Oh, it's numbered. These are cool. The Rivelers. This might not be quite as old as I wanted it to be, but it's still cool. All right, so what does that say? Interesting. Oh, the Riviera. Okay, this could be old. 25, lucky piece number. Does that say 66? So it's numbered. Oh man, so that's punched right there. It's gonna be from like the 40s, the 50s probably. All right, so I think it's pot metal, which means it's probably only the 30s, 40s, or 50s. I'm not sure when pot metal came out. I'm sure somebody will correct me. But that looks like a lady right there with her arm and her chest, and she's holding her hair up, it looks like. So I don't want to rub this too more, as you can see. This may have been a gentleman's establishment. The Riviera. Yeah, I think that's what this is. All right, the hill's just spitting them out now. I don't think it's silver. No. But it's a cool design. Shit, that might be silver. That might be. Oh man, we might have silver here, folks. All right, yeah, so we're on it now. So you guys are gonna think I'm crazy when I say this, but this is silver and it's not marked, at least that I can see, unless somebody sees a marking that I don't. But here's the thing. I don't see a mark. It smells like silver. And you're gonna think I'm crazy. I've said this before. A detectorist knows, somebody who's been doing this and pulled, in my case, I've pulled 5 pounds of silver out of the ground. You kind of know it when you see it. There's zero rusting on this, just tarnish, no rust anywhere, and it smells. Silver has a smell. It smells like silver. So that is only my second silver on this hillside. So thank you, hillside. Well, you all know that I love to metal detect, but bottle digging, yeah, it looks like penicillin, or maybe not. I've spit on some of the best things I've found. Ronnie says I can't spit on it, so I'm not going to. It's gonna get my pants really wet. Ronnie, this is gonna be silver, I think. She's pretty so far. Oh yeah, this is silver, dude. Second silver of the day. Is it, Ronnie?
Yep, that is silver.
Stank ass cat says it's silver.
Look at that design on there.
And I agree, that is silver. That's silver number 2 today on my hill that I've done how many times now? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on, phone. Ooh, look at look at inside the scallop. This was probably a necklace, right? And this was the centerpiece?
Possibly, yeah. Could have been a bracelet.
Or a bracelet, yeah. I wish it had a name on it. Maybe when I clean it up better and this phone doesn't want to act like an asshole. Nah, I don't see anything. It doesn't say. The thing is, I mean, it could be old enough to not have to have markings. The belt didn't have markings, but it smelled, yeah, 100%. Looks like silver. Ron says it's silver, so that means it's silver. And it smells like silver. Oh, yeah. Silver number 2. Number 2. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Freaking awesome.